Hey, good morning, folks. Okay, it's day one or day two of the Ramblers69 Group Appreciation Build. And I can promise you there won't be 364 videos of this as I do bits and pieces day by day. But I did do some preliminary work. Believe it or not, the first step was to actually kind of thoroughly review the instructions. I had already noticed that the Hasegawa BF109F model did not come with a DB Daimler-Benz engine. And I thought, oh darn, I thought that would have been a nice touch. But, it should look pretty good as a closed-up aircraft, judging from the pictures. However, I, of course, remembered, I knew that I also had a Hasegawa BF109E kit. I'd actually purchased this maybe 6 months before the F kit. And lo and behold, this kit, which is an older kit by at least a dozen years, does have the DB 601 engine, or auf Deutsch, they say DB 601A. And that's only slightly different than the engine that was in the F, which was a 601E or 601A. Whether they were exactly the same size is kind of irrelevant. I had ordered, and it is on order, an aftermarket DB601 engine from Edward. Remain to be seen if it will fit in my Hasegawa F. But I thought, well, why not put together the engine that came here, the DB engine, just see, no harm, no foul, whether it fits. So I put together the engine this morning and primed it, and it fits, yes and no. Now, it's sitting in there, and I'm not terribly worried that the dimensions will be a problem, even if I have to use this one. The reason it's sitting up, of course, is because since this model does not have an engine, it's got an internal shelf there that holds the exhaust ports, which come in from the other side. So, of course, that would have to be cut out. No big issue. I think I could Dremel down also the sides on the inside. Now, whether or not I want to take off the top remains to be seen. That's, you make that decision and you are committed. So, I've got thoughts that at the very least, with some Dremel work and scalpel work, I can adjust this F body to hold the 601 engine that came with the E kit. Although the aftermarket engine would be great, and it's far more detailed. However, I have no idea. Find out when it comes. Of course, the other thing that I did do, besides paint up the engine from the other kit and snip out the fuselage, the main fuselage halves, to check the fit there, was checked out the pilots. And this is where one notes the difference in age between the kits. That Yeti, or abominable snowman, on the left of the screen is the pilot figure that came in the older BF109E kit. The date on the instructions show 1992. And believe me, sanding him, cleaning him up, priming him in Zenithal Prime doesn't do a whole lot for the features. He is blobby. Now this is Marseille figure. I think, let's see, 2 torsos, 2 legs, 2 arms, and the separate head. And he's not bad. The date, the copyright date on the instructions for the F kit, 2010, so 18 years later. Yeah. In a pinch, I would use this. It's not bad. Don't think I'd ever put anything that size in a model kit, but I won't have to, because of course I don't plan to use this figure either. No, that's where my aftermarket figures will come in. And of course, there's Marseille on the right of the screen. And by the way, there's Gallant, Adolphe Gallant, who will be piloting the E if I ever make it. And we'll throw, I don't know, maybe I'll use that Yeti for target practice or something. I don't know. But anyway, and I'll probably find some use for Marseille, the plastic Marseille, decent enough figure at some point. Okay, I'm not going to do any sort of chopping of the interior or dremeling it down until I get the Daimler-Benz aftermarket engine and see how that all looks. All right, that's it. Time to put the instructions and the kit away, pull out another miniature from the stash box, and start painting. Have a great day, folks.